Hello, my dear beings, be it mineral, vegetable, animal, including human, aliens, and energy entities. Okay. Here's Ferruccio Bilic, PhD. Uh, I'm going to talk about right now on dirigible for less vulnerability in critical infrastructure. Okay. Critical infrastructure is all the structure that is needed for survival of the people. Okay. Like transportation system, uh, food production, uh, security, so on and so forth. Okay. Uh, energy generating system and so on. Uh, in the let me give me I will give some example that is a long time that is a concern, especially of government and people. The U.S. highway system uh, was created by was amplified by uh, Dwight Eisenhower, the president, because they realized that the railway system have a few nodes that could, if you take down these nodes, you could disconnect the whole railway system. Okay. In the U.S. case, the more crucial node was around Chicago, because how the railway coming from the east and the one coming from the west uh, interchanged in Chicago. If you take down this node, you disconnect the whole system, and you would create a chaos in the economy. Uh, for this reason, Dwight Eisenhower proposed and created the U.S. highway system that was like a grid, horizontal lines, vertical lines, that to disconnect them, we will have many nodes to take down. Almost impossible to disconnect it. And therefore, the system would be more reliable. The critical infrastructure of transportation would be not so critical. Okay. Also, uh, the ARPANET was created the the beginning of the internet system, right, was called ARPANET, was developed by the Defense Department of the United States, and was exactly to avoid the disconnection of the communication system. I say Therefore, the communication system in the United States also had some nodes that were critical, and therefore the defense system created the ARPANET exactly to have a new communication system that would be difficult to disconnect. And ARPANET evolved and became the internet, okay? But originally the idea is the ARPANET, 1968. As a matter of fact, it was funny, in the beginning of the ARPANET, the defense system created and to be used. But they set up this system, and they couldn't imagine all the possible applications that it could have. Therefore, they allowed some universities to start using this system to see if they can get some useful things out of it. Okay. I remember that in the beginning we used to communicate computer to computer. Okay. I was at the University of Pennsylvania at that moment, and I used to talk with the computer. University of London School of Economics. Also a computer in Japan, another one in Germany, and was funny. No problem with security. You could enter the computer, see everything that they have in someone else's computer, and no question asked. And also, we didn't know much what to do, and the only thing that we used to say, send a message to London. How is the weather there? And they said, oh, now it's cloudy, and there, oh, it's a little sunny. In the beginning, we didn't know even what to use. Okay. Later on, I start using. When I was at the University of Manchester, I needed a driver for a printer, and I couldn't find that driver. Only in the computer of a university in Hamburg, I did find this printer, and I copied this driver, and you could hack everything that you want. No question asked. No security whatsoever. Okay. Now, let's talk about critical infrastructure. Okay. Critical infrastructure is a challenging problem. Okay. Sometimes we have some bridges that fall down, and could be avoided. And you have a lot of not only material problem, but also you have human death. Uh, Therefore, to reduce the amount of criticality in some infrastructure, you should do preventive maintenance and check it uh, quite often. And but there are some things that you cannot do much, like when you have attempts, terrorist attempts in your in critical infrastructure, it's more difficult to prevent. You have to find them out before they apply and they create chaos. Okay, and one way of avoiding all these problems of critical infrastructure is not to have, or in other words, to reduce the amount of things that could be critical infrastructure. Okay. One thing that I did find out is that if we scrap all the transportation systems that we have right now and start using only dirigible, you eliminate a lot of critical infrastructure. Okay? Why? Because instead of having ships going from place to another, that you need a port. That's a critical infrastructure. For dirigible, you don't need a port. You could move things from products, and persons from the one place to another place directly. Okay, if one product is produced here and you want to move it there, you take your dirigible from here to there. No need for infrastructure, no need for roads, no need for railroad, no need for airports, no need for ports. No need for trucks, no need for cars, nothing. And also, you could make this dirigible sustainable. Okay, you can have just water, and you put a system that separates water, photovoltaic form, okay, to produce hydrogen for lifting and also for moving the dirigible. Okay, and you can have your private dirigible from your house to any place in the world. Okay, that's good. That's good. Why? Why it is good? Because you don't need to have airport, you don't need to have car, you don't need to have highways, you don't need railways. For just you lift from your house, and by the airways you go directly to where you want to go. Oh, it's not fast enough. Oh, 300 kilometers per hour is good enough. You don't need to fly at Mach 10. The the G-force that you would have to sustain is too much. Okay, therefore you can leisurely go where you want to go, and it's so easy to make it autonomous. Not only the freight dirigible, and also the personal dirigible can make it autonomous. Yeah. You simply say, please take me to some place. And will be a very simple system that it can take you wherever you want. Not like a car that has to have uh, pay attention to the highway, to everybody that's coming, going. Okay, will be much easier. Um, and another advantage, if you don't need to have highways, if you don't need to have railways, if you don't need to have waterways, if you don't need to have ports, if you don't need to have airports, uh, all kind of infrastructure like that, will be much cheaper. As a matter of fact, you could allow nature to take over this place, and will be a more sustainable place, growing trees in your highway, your railways, animals, and things like that. Okay, and therefore will be much sustainable uh, planet. Uh, um, but how can you connect things like that? You still need your satellite. We are developing now the idea of uh, quantum entanglement, and I hope that in the very near future we can have communication uh, by through entanglement. You no need to have even a satellite. As a matter of fact, you don't need even to have the dirigible. That's a stepstone towards a full entanglement. Ah, boy. You see, I have fun creating these ideas. I don't know if they are all feasible, but I don't see a reason why not. Uh, just because the other people don't understand what I'm talking about doesn't mean that it's not true what I am saying. Okay. I think that I talk enough about this subject, and would be very interesting. As a matter of fact, if you see all my videos, plenty of ideas there. Uh, if I were paid by for ideas that I have, I will be the richest person in the world. Bye. But interesting, the simplest idea are the one that earns more money. The sophisticated one, not much, not much. Think that saves the whole humanity. Huh? Nobody's, nobody's willing to pay for saving humanity. But if it's to improve a little bit, oh yeah, they pay dearly, especially if it's a very simple technique or method. And it's very interesting. Okay, I think that for this video is enough. Please do give your like. We will appreciate very much if you make your critique and your suggestion so that I can improve. If you have any question, we would love to answer them. Always we will have some interesting idea for you. Always. And if you want to share these ideas with whoever you want, please do this. The more that you share this with other will also have a better life. And if you are not, if you didn't sign yet, please do sign up for my channel. Make your inscription. That doesn't cost you a penny, and will help you to receive new informations and things like that. Okay. I thank you very much for your attention. It was a pleasure to talk with you.